So Merab Dvalishvili came out, showed out, and shuts out Petr within 5 rounds. Pretty solid performance, and it didn't, it's not going to hurt too much when you have the champion Aljamain Sterling as your main training partner. You've helped him out for the last 3 camps, and boy, did Merab make this man work as we're going against Cheeto Vera here. So one thing about Merab, if you're looking to replicate his style, he doesn't necessarily hold guys down too much. He is active on the ground when he has gotten down to the ground when he can pin somebody down, but his pins aren't exactly as good as Aljamain Sterling's or any of the other guys. So you actually want to allow your opponent to move a little bit, force him to scramble. My general rule of thumb is I'm not going to let them recover guard per se, but I'll let them kind of work to get to the escapes. Of course, those escapes cost a little bit of stamina. And forcing them to get up and forcing them to cycle between choosing either to get up to the cage where you can go and switch off to the back take, or just forcing them to stand right back up so I can shoot another turn takedown. It's a very flustering thing to do. So, but since we're in mount, we're going to work out as much ground and pounds as we do while we discuss Merab's performance. Now, the wonderful thing about Merab's performance is having the cardio to do what he did. His performance against Aldo was not neither men performed well in that fight. I stand by that. I still think the second round was like a 9-9, and I thought that fight should be a draw, and it was a horrible fight for both men. But this fight, he definitely wanted to put that fight behind him because he came out like a bat on fire. And, oh shit. Ooh, see, that's going to be the problem if he fights Cheeto Vera. Cheeto Vera has good jiu-jitsu. He has really good jiu-jitsu. But we'll cover that in a bit. But with Jan, it helps that they've seen that when you're constantly throwing out a takedown threat against Jan, it's not about whether you get the takedown or not. It's forcing Petr to be reactive against your takedown threat. If you get discouraged, good to know, if you get discouraged from shooting takedowns on him, then he's more likely to intercept you. Alright, that's a bail. Of course, for those who don't know, you get any type of short-term stamina advantage. You're able to press R2 and you can bail. So clinch pretty much what Merab was doing the entire time. He manages to get out, but we're not concerned about that. Break the body. We'll shoot again, doesn't matter. We're going to try to go up. Whole point is to constantly put our opponent on defense, keeping their back to the cage. And what I like the most is that you see how the way that Jan was shelling up. A lot of times that shelling up does well for him in terms of opening up that lead hook counter that he likes to throw, but instead it made him super susceptible to getting that lead hook counter getting ducked underneath into Merab shooting in on the single leg. He shot a record number of 48 shots. He only got 11 takedowns. But it was just constantly threatening that single leg. So it was a very low energy action. Nice flying knee. But it just got so much of a reaction from Petr, and essentially he had overloaded the computer, downloading data. Jan, he's doing all this and that, he's downloading data. The grappling threat in MMA is a very, very real thing, especially when the guy is committed to sticking to the cage pins. But I just noted that Jan, he wasn't able to have as much success defensively the way that Aldo has, where he wasn't even able to get Aldo down, right? He wasn't able to, I don't know if he didn't study tape or anything on the way that Aldo was using wrist control, but he didn't do any of that. And Jan just fucking insane. Merab, excuse me. Look for opportunity to shoot in a bit. Felt the clinch. There you go. That's a big whiff. We'll go right back here and we're going to work the legs. But Merab kind of likes to get his attritional damage. He'll look to work a lot of clinch knees to the back of the leg. Not exactly too many damaging shots. He will only open up once he recognizes that the opponent is completely shut down defensively. That's when he'll start to open up. It's a very simple thing. It's not rocket science. But when you have an attribute such as relentless cardio behind you, it is a hell of an attribute. Same thing with guys like Max Holloway, who have the attribute of having a really good solid rock hard chin and cardio behind it. Guys like that are able to know that they have those attributes, even if they're not the cleanest striker or they're not the greatest grappler, they can just keep pushing the pace. I've seen the best guys who are better technically in wrestling matches fall apart because maybe just one dude is really good at shooting one goddamn soup single. And he will keep shooting that goddamn super single. He don't care how many times you keep fucking defending it. There are guys like that. So Merab, he blanked him. And now Giannis, what, I think 1-4 in his last 5? Of course, you could arguably say 2-3 because of that one fight. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because he was looked at as the best thing since sliced bread. But Merab did the damn thing. But now we're in a situation, we get this reversal, where Merab is clearly not going to fight the champion because Aljamain Sterling is one of his best friends. They don't want to fight each other. Dana White has made it abundantly clear that probably not going to go too good for Merab if he chooses to go that route. And Sterling's already talking about moving up to 45, which that'll be interesting, you know, assuming he gets past Cejudo, which Cejudo's going to be a very tough fight for him. I don't think it's going to be an easy one. I think it's one he can definitely win. I think he has better jiu-jitsu. Striking, fundamentally, Cejudo's a little bit better. It's a little bit sharper. Sterling's a lot more dynamic with his kicks, I feel, but not too much where his jiu-jitsu should probably... I don't know. That's really... I don't know how good Cejudo's pins are. Like against Mighty Mouse was able to scramble up, so he's definitely not going to hold Sterling down. I don't think he's going to hold Sterling down. But yeah, we kind of have Merab is almost like a mini boss before you get to the main boss. But speaking of that, I was talking with Marshall Mind, that's weird, get a strong little finish in the second round, about what would it take to beat somebody like Merab. And if you're going to beat somebody like Merab, who has these attributes of being extremely, he's not the greatest wrestler, but he has the attributes of just constantly pushing an aggressive pace, forcing you to work on his time, on his rhythm, on his goes. We're gonna publish. What do you do to beat that? Well, you have to wrestle with him. You can't avoid the wrestling with Merab. You know that's what he's gonna come there to do, so you can't avoid it. The more time that you spend on the fight focusing on avoiding the wrestling, the less time you get into your offense. One of the best your best defense is a good offense. It's like that for a lot of fighters. So to beat somebody like Merab Dvalishvili, you have to have similar striking or better, correct? You have to have good jiu-jitsu. You need to have a submission threat, a game that works well to punish him if he makes mistakes on the ground. And you have to be able to chain wrestle with him. Not all the way through, but at least behind, past the second or third stage. Whoop. Head kick. We can start pressure. I think we can start opening up more takedowns. We get duck counter. A bit of our ground and pound. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna try to see how many takedowns you can get within this final 3 minutes. 'Cause I don't feel like we got enough. Let's let him work. See if he's gonna look to get up. He's trying to pre-deny. And now we're probably gonna finish. No, he gets up. All right. Let's see. Go, back him up. Ooh, he denied that one. That's cool. That's cool. We're just going to kill time on the clock. Oh, his stamina's low. Bring him back down. And it's super frustrating to know somebody, if you're down in a fight and you haven't had too much of an answer, you know this guy is going to take a freaking brick house to get away, to get him out of there. It's extremely frustrating to fight a style like that. So shoot again. Pressure with the jab. Oh! That's a spear. That's a spear. It's another takedown. It's gonna roll. Yep, it's fine. We're gonna shoot one more time. See if we can get it. Rock him. Turn. With a fucking suplex. Beautiful. That is so underutilized. That is super, super underutilized. Using the takedowns after you're stunned, or after your opponent gets stunned, not just the spear, but the turning takedowns after your opponent is stunned by the cage. Perfect. Just keep pressuring. Oh, for fuck's sake. That fucking flying knee. Body rock. Take him down. Yes, sir. Another takedown. There we go. Ooh. It's alright. We'll let him get up. Let him work. Let him work. Let him work. It's fine. Hup. Boom. And he's out of there. Pull counters puts him down. Night-night Cheeto. That was a nice hellacious pace you set at the end there. Right, good fight. Good fight. Not too crazy of a showcase, but The situation with Merab and Sterling, they are currently the top 2 guys in the division. I don't think O'Malley's going to want to fight Merab. I do think that while his length would definitely be a problem for Merab for some entries, I do think that Merab would pretty much do the same thing to O'Malley that he did to Jan, if not significantly worse, and actually get like a 10-8 round or something. But, I mean, look, Sterling's fighting Cejudo. Are they going to risk O'Malley versus Merab? Yeah, let me know in the comments if y'all think that's going to happen. Or is he going to take on the winner of Font versus Giannis? We don't know. Merab was thinking about going to flyweight too. Maybe he should do that. But that's going to be it for this quick little showcase. Hope you guys love it. Merab 17, I'm out of here.